Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhavatapa Pranashinne Ananda Ghanamurtaye Jnana Bhakti Pradayine Matastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jai Ma. Okay, we were talking about vibrations that you pick up from people when you eat in people's plates and everything, which I discussed. Now you see, like people get scared that if I enter the path, what will happen is that the most difficult thing for people is to decide to enter the path. But once you enter the path, it is very simple, it's not complicating. Everything is organized by Ma. So where's the question of complication? You think of Ma all the time. She organizes everything and it's so smooth. It's so smooth that you just think of something and things just happen. That's the way it goes. Now, if it's not supposed to happen, it won't happen, okay? That is also there. So you have to understand that. Now comes the time when I had already got my Diksha, I think, yeah. One day, Ma comes in my vision again. And those days, I had quit the jeans part because I used to go to the ashram very often, whichever ashram. So I was in salwar kurta all the time. I used to wear simple kind of salwar kurtas, but they were from a place called Seva, which used to come from Lucknow to Bombay. They used to have exhibitions and all that, and I would go and pick up these cotton kurta, salwar kurta, I used to wear that. Ma comes in my vision one day and she says, "Kya pehnti ho? Simple kapde pehno. Brahmachari karo." I didn't understand what that meant. I said, simple? I said, this is all simple I'm wearing. I don't know what is wrong with these clothes. So I got up in the morning and it was playing on my mind. I said, I don't know what she means by brahmachari karo and simple kapde pehno. I said, I really don't understand. So I called up Swami Bhaskaranandji and I said, Ma said all this, what does it all mean? He said, yeah. And he didn't answer. He just said, yes. Okay, I forgot about it. I said, maybe, it was something which I'm not supposed to know right now. A month went by. I still hadn't changed my clothes. I was still wearing the same things, and I didn't think they were that complicated. After a month, she comes back in my vision. Now see, Ma can be very, very kadaka, very strict when she wants to be. So she comes back the next time after a month and she says, "Sunai nahi deta? I told you to be a brahmachari. Simple kapde pehno, sunai nahi deta." Matlab, she was a little stern in her, that you can't hear what I said, that wear simple clothes and be a brahmachari. I said, Baba, now third time if she comes, she's going to just finish me off, So I said, now I really need to know. So I called up Swami Bhaskaranji. I said, see, once before also I told you that Ma had come and said this to me. Now you didn't answer at that time. And now again she comes. Now before I could even finish the statement, he says, okay, now listen carefully to what I have to tell you. I said, okay. We were on the phone. I said, okay, tell me. He says you have to wear a sari all the time and it should be a white sari. Ma is telling you to remove all these clothes. I said, one minute. What is difficult about these clothes? What is complicating or fashionable about these clothes? Please tell me. First tell me that. I'm just wearing a white kurta and a salwar and a dupatta. What is wrong in that? So he says, no, I will tell you. I said, don't you think that is the fashion in Bombay? I said, yeah, everybody buys these kind of clothes from, these exhibitions and they look nice and, he says, no, it is a fashion. Whatever is fashionable, you will not wear. I said, why? What is the reason? He said, okay, now when you're on the path of sadhana and you're doing so much jap, you're doing so much sadhana, you're all the time in it. We are living in an age which is very dense. All the vibrations around us are very dense, it's very dark. It's a Kali going on. And things, when they are so dense, and you are trying to do something that is tamo, right? Tamas. And what you are trying to do is sattva, right? by sitting and doing jap, puja, you're trying to cleanse yourself. Because like the saying goes, that tan ki shuddhi snan se, man ki shuddhi dhyan se, or dhan ki shuddhi daan se, right? So you have to, it's all about cleansing, shuddhi, 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 shuddhi. Mind gets pure by doing dhyan, meditation, jap, everything. So man means also the entire system. Now when you are trying to cleanse out your whole system and you are living in an age which is so dense, you will have to make such a lot of effort to actually pierce that denseness and come out clean, because this sattva is so much and the denseness is that much, okay? So this much power you have to clear yourself out from this denseness, it's very difficult. And so you have to have Aadhar around you. Support system has to be there. What is that support system? Of all the things that I told you, don't eat out, don't do this, don't do that, eat in your own plate, don't hug people also. There is a system in our society where when somebody meets somebody, you go and hug. Why don't you hug? Why won't you hug? Because again, the vibrations are transmitted, you see, from one person to the other. When you are trying to be pure, now that person may be doing something else, we don't know. And that person, immediately the vibrations stick onto you, because right now you haven't evolved that much. You're still on the path, you're treading the path, right? So you want purity around you all the time, within you and around you. So he says when you wear clothes like this and go out, for you it makes no difference because you are not looking at people that way. But if there is a fellow walking on the road and you're walking there, and because you're attractive, sorry, I had to say that, because you're attractive, the person might be attracted towards you. That attraction also sticks onto you as a vibration and creates a hindrance in the path. So I said, oh really, is it that much? He says, yes, you don't need those vibrations. You don't need somebody's buri drishti, jo hum kehte hain, if their glance is not so good, or they're looking at you differently, or they are looking at you with desire or something like that, it will harm you. So be as simple as possible. I said, now what is that? I will do it because this made sense to me. He said, now here I am, all my life I've been telling my mother I'm going to be in jeans for the rest of my life because it's so comfortable, so everything goes out of the window. And he says you'll have to wear a white sari, and Ma's things are very, very specific that you wear a white. I said, sari? He says, yes, you have to wear a white cotton sari. Your blouse has to be long, the sleeve, that's why these sleeves are so long. Your tummy or nothing should be seen, the blouse has to be long enough and you tuck it in. And you have to wear a chadar over your head, and that's why this is constantly on. I said, what do you mean by chadar? Like a sheet? I said, what do I put on my head? I didn't know anything. I said, should I take the end of my sari, like the palav, and put it on my head and cover? He said, no. It has to be a separate cloth, like a bed sheet, like a sheet, which is probably 2.5 meters or something like that, which you cover your head with and drape it on yourself so nothing in your body is seen. Nothing should be exposed. I said, my God, I said, Swamiji, do you know, I live in Bombay. And, if I walk down, people will think I'm crazy. What am I doing, He says, no, that is the rule. Nobody will think anything as long as you don't think that way. You just wear it and that's it. And he says, Ma has told you to be a brahmachari. I said, now what does that mean? So he says, he gave me the rules of what I needed to do the parts, do Gita, do this, do that regularly, and study those things. I said, okay. Now he says, so I said, Swamiji, I'll wear the Bengali sari, is that okay? He says, yes, that's fine. You wear it whichever way you want to wear it, but wear it. Okay, now I didn't have a white sari. I didn't know where to get it from, cotton like this, that. So I called up a couple of friends and I said, where do I get a white sari? I need to have a white with no border, nothing. So they guided me, said, go to this shop or do this or do that. I picked up all my stuff and brought it home. At that time, my father, mother, they were all in the house. My father had tears in his eyes, he couldn't believe that this was happening because all his life he tried to change me, all his life He was a great devotee of Ma Bhai. He was a rishi, he was a yogi, and that was the atmosphere in the house. I remember as children we were given instructions when he was meditating for 4 hours in his room that even if the house is on fire, you will not wake me up. You will not knock on my door or ask me to come out. I will not. Let the house burn down. It's fine with me. He was that kind of a sadhak. So when this happened in my life, he was so happy. He was so happy. It took me 20 days, friends, to even wear that sari and go down because I said I had to go to the bank. Now the bank is in my building itself. I had to go and do some work over there. And I said, how do I go down with the white sari and all? So I thought. So my father said just one thing to me. He said, you trust Ma? You have faith in Ma? You're crazy about Ma? I said, yes, I am. And he said, you will believe whatever Swami Bhaskaranji tells you? I said, yes, I will. He said, then what are you thinking about? When Ma has given you these instructions, what are you thinking about? I said, my God, you're so right. What am I thinking about? She will take care of everything. I said, that's it. Now I'm going to do this. That's how I changed into a white sari. And I remember the first time I wore the sari and went to the bank. I was looking down. I said, if anybody asks me anything, I'm not going to answer. And I entered the bank with this thing on my head and everything, The bank people just turned around and said, what happened to you? I said, don't talk to me, don't say anything to me, just do my work. I'm not going to answer any of you, just do the work. She said, but please tell us why all this, what is happening? I said, nothing is happening, you just do my work and give it to me. That was my situation. From there to here, do you think it's a joke? No, it's not. But it was made so simple for me by Ma, Shishimanandamayi. I mean, even though she was not in the body, people say, oh, we are feeling so bad that we never met her and we are missing that. मैं तो बहुत अभागा हूँ. People say that also to me, that we never really met her. Please, she's here today, she's here right now, she's listening to whatever I'm saying, and I think she's having a good laugh. So that's all for today. Jai Ma. ओम भवताप प्रणाशिन्ने आनंद घनमूर्तये ज्ञान भक्ति प्रदायिन्ने मातस्तुभ्यं नमो नमः.